Hello guys. Today I thought after the 262 which you could get in the event, I will show off a normal 262 game. Well, not really normal, it's the 8.0 German Me-262 C-2b, so the top end Schwalbe. With the two rocket engines attached, so it has a very good acceleration with those things, and it can be very useful to have those rocket engines, because most people in 9.0 games just well, they see a 262 and they just think, well, it's slow, it's heavy, it's not a threat to me. So they tend to focus on other jets most of the time. And you still have a good nose armament to counteract some head-on attacks or something. It's still very risky, but you are most of the time more resistant to fire than other high-end jets. In this game we have a pretty rough spot here. It's 9.0, also with lots of 8.0 jets, but we definitely are at a disadvantage, because with lots of the Me-163s, which are good planes, but hard to use and with very low fuel amount. They cannot stay out in battle forever. It's nearly the same for me though in this 262 version, because the rocket engines only last 4-5 minutes, and because of that you definitely have to be careful in which situations you want to use the rockets, because if you just go, well, rockets it is, and go zooming around the place right from the start with the rockets, you won't have them at your disposal if you really need them to fly away, to climb away, to catch up to enemies. So it should be only used to climb up to a good altitude, to be above the enemy, maybe intercept some bombers like this B-57 over here, and then quickly shut down the rocket engines to have them again to use at a later point in the game. And this B-57 pilot shows how not to play War Thunder, because he just presses J to jump out, to get no XP, no silver lions, nothing, just to be a douchebag. Now we turn our attention to these two Venoms over here, which are insanely capable planes, because they have a top speed of 1,000 kilometers an hour approximately, and they are insanely maneuverable. So we get behind one and get hit by one of our MiG-15 friends. Which can happen. I don't really blame him. I came in at very high speeds, so maybe he was focused on the Venoms and didn't see me coming. Losing an engine is an issue here, but because we still have a lot of speed and altitude, I don't really care. So I'm still engaging the Venom and try to get on his tail. It seems because of all his maneuvering he lost a lot of speed here, and with the help of our rocket engines we will catch up even faster. So it doesn't really matter that we only have one engine, one jet engine it is. The rocket engine still works on the... Here he's doing a really good maneuver pushing the ailerons and the elevator at the same time. There's not really a jet out there that can follow him at this rank. Venom is just the most maneuverable plane in that situation. But this maneuver blows all of his energy and all of his speed. Now he's just a sitting duck and I take him off. Now I want to fly back to my base over there, because I cannot stay here in the fight against a hunter, a saber, and what else I don't really know, I'm not sure. But the F-86 realizes I'm over here alone without any real support here. The other ones are kilometers away. And he comes in for an attack run, but he decides otherwise because I go head on with him. Really like the name Chase Me Please. And he's flying F-86 and F-2. A lot of the time it will happen that some jet guy at 9-0 flies away from all of the enemy team, and he goes head on again, but he doesn't really like going head on, so he turns away again, which is good news for me. I think if he did another 2 attack runs in now, I would probably be dead, because now I don't have rocket engines anymore. I only have 1 jet engine left, so with any turn I make, I lose nearly all of my speed. So I would be a sitting duck over here. MA-15 shot down a hunter, which is really good news for us, because a good flown hunter is perfectly capable of killing all of our team. I've seen that happen before, so that's definitely a thing. At this moment we are in front, but they still have hunters and I think F9F left. Here I barely make it over the hill here with 1 engine. So I'm quite lucky to get back here. At this point it doesn't really matter that I only have 1 engine, because I would have returned to base anyway. Because without the rocket engine it does not make sense to stay out with the 262, with the C version, in a 9.0 game. You just are not competitive with the jet engines, because the overall performance with jet engines is even lower than on the normal 262 at 7.0. So it does not make any sense to use it that way. It only makes sense to stay out here and fight if you have still a bit of the rocket engines left, so you can kick you out of the fight or something like that, zoom away in a climb, or just accelerate to 1,000 kilometers an hour if needed to. In the meantime, we'll repair. I think our team picks up a kill on the F9F, because he's alone against 3 of our players here. The hunter comes in a bit too late to the party, I think. Also to note, you cannot really take off with the C version of the 262 without using the rocket engines. That plane is just too heavy, and it won't accelerate at all with the jet engines alone. But the good thing about it is that you can just point the nose straight up after you have taken off, and head back into the fight with no time loss, like in other jets where you need to get up to speed, you need to get up to altitude, you fly in a flat trajectory to not drop the speed below 500, 600 kilometers an hour. You don't have to care about that in the C version of the 262, especially in the C-2b with the 2 rockets. It accelerates very quickly, and it really is a point defense fighter, a bit like the Me-163, the Comet. Here I'm thinking, can I catch the Hunter in a climb? And I probably can. Maybe not if he uses the whole speed potential, but if he keeps booming and zooming at mid to high speeds and not goes above 1,000 kilometers an hour, I have a good chance of catching him. Here he picks up one of our MiG-15s, because the MiG-15 goes head-on with the Hunter, which is not very smart, because the Hunter is definitely the best head-on fighter out there. And now he tries to climb away, which is not the wisest decision here, because I'm in the C-2b, Skilla X here is in the C-2b. Maybe against the MiG-15 BIS and the LA-15 that maneuver would have worked, but the C-2b just catches up to him. You accelerate easy over 900 kilometers an hour in the climb, and now he's doomed. He should have went into the dive a lot earlier and have gotten up to over 1,000 kilometers an hour speed, so we wouldn't be able to catch him with our Me-262s. And that's the game. I think that game showed off that even with a plane that is at a big disadvantage against 9.0 jets, if you be a bit more careful, don't be too aggressive, and then you can still pick up some nice kills against 9.0 jets, as we did in this game. In that match I flew nearly stock. The only thing I have is a 30mm belt, because I like my night tracers on the 262. And well, the rest of the models are just insanely expensive. It will take me ages to unlock this plane fully. A lot longer than on the normal 262, because that one is spaded. The new one is also spaded. So, because Toastman showed off his Techtree, I will do it as well. So everyone has a overview of what I have. With the planes I have everything, and with the tanks I'm still slowly working on the rank 5s. Very slowly. With the planes I have everything and mostly unlocked all of the modifications. Only the jets I have to spade. Took me quite a long time to get to this point. But I have to say I grinded nearly everything in the plane tech trees and also in the tank tech trees without heavy use of premium planes or premium tanks. The only thing I had was a premium account. So that's it for today, guys. See ya. I'm out.